remember landing in Tegucigalpa in 2003, looking out a very similar window, wondering what life was going to be like for 2 years. I'd never been away from home that long, and man, I was scared and full of every emotion you could ever imagine. Alright, here we are.
We'd like to welcome you to Tegucigalpa.
It's already bringing back just a rush of memories. Seeing all the houses on the hillside, all the billboards, the signs, the traffic, motorcycles, a little bit of chaos. I like it.
On behalf of your Miami Beach crew, we'd like to thank you for coming.
I'm not alone. I'm with my good friend Brock. He was a Peace Corps volunteer with me way back in the day. And he's up in first class because he's fancy. This is my buddy Brock right here. How you feeling, buddy?
I feel pretty good.
How'd it feel to roll back in the Tegus like that?
God, that landing, I don't recall it being quite so dramatic.
Oh, it's one of the most dangerous airports in the world. How was the first class?
It was good. I controlled myself. I used discipline. I only had one drink.
There's the flag of Honduras. I remember so clearly when I was waiting to get my bags when I first got here, and I had my huge bag for like 2 years. I didn't know what to pack. All the other volunteers were here. None of us knew each other yet.
I mean, a little bit nervous. I just hadn't seen these people in 15 years.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're gonna go visit his host family that he lived with for a few months before we became volunteers. Feels so good to be back, dude. I just can't stop smiling. We're looking for Carlos. Hola, amigo, ¿qué tal? Mucho gusto, me llamo Ryan. Time to turn on the Spanish brain. No more English. Solamente español. Mi nuevo amigo.
Hi, my name is
Carlos. Carlos. Old memories in that building right there. That was the headquarters of Peace Corps. Crazy. We're gonna take a quick turn into Santa Lucia, and this is the place where the Peace Corps Training Center was located. This is where every single Peace Corps volunteer came for training before they were set out in the field to be volunteers for 2 years. I remember jumping in this lake with my buddy John Youngman. We swam in here one night and everybody was so grossed out because I guess the water is not clean. Now we're gonna go try to find the training center. It's not the Peace Corps Training Center anymore because Peace Corps left Honduras like 4 years ago because Honduras is now the most dangerous country in the world. Watch your back.
I thought this was it.
It was around here somewhere. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, down there. Yeah. I think we found it. This is where we went to school and learned Spanish and learned all about Honduras. And oh, crazy.
Buenas.
We got some old volunteers here. I want to say hi.
Remember she did the baleadas right there? We had that baleada eating contest?
Oh, that's right. We had a baleada eating contest.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Bendiciones.
So they say that it's now a Spanish language school, so they still use it as a training center, just not for Peace Corps. Wow, this is crazy.
God, remember it rained all the time.
Yep, it definitely rained all the time, and here it is raining again. Yep, here's one of the classrooms.
We kind of traveled around, right?
Yeah.
One room to another.
Yeah. So it was kind of like going to college. We'd switch rooms and switch groups of people as we moved around, and there were all these different classrooms out here, and we spent all day, every day here, and then we'd go home to our host families, and that was our first taste of Honduras. So what is that, Brock?
Salon Maya. That's where we had sleepovers, like lock-ins, and everybody got drunk on guaro and hooked up.
I did not do that. I wish I had been more social.
You're a liar.
Let's take some Spanish classes. Let's get back to advanced, man.
I was avanzado already.
He was not. And it looks like it's now a training center for JICA, which is the Japanese version of Peace Corps. Pretty special to be able to see that again. I'll never forget all the street dogs. They used to chase me all the time when I was on my bike, biting at my ankles. All right, over to Brock's house now.
Me llamo Ryan. Mucho gusto. Hola, mucho gusto.
Brock has a big family. There's a lot of people here. 12, there are 12 people in the family. Look at that. It's amazing. And they all live in this house.
Long time ago. That was you back in the day, huh? ¿No recuerdas? No.
Ali, Klaus.
Sí.
Oh yeah, baby. They're still playing the same songs on the radio as when we were Peace Corps volunteers. Everybody sing along. We are going to Valle de Angeles. I actually have never been here. A lot of Peace Corps volunteers also lived in here during training. I was not one of them. One of my favorite aspects of Latin America is street food, and this is where I learned about pupusas. Pupusas are actually from El Salvador, but they have plenty of them here, and I love them. They're like tortillas with cheese and all sorts of goodness in the middle. Oh yes, stringy, cheesy. Just like that, it's dark. We're closer to the equator, so it gets dark earlier. It's about bedtime, and Brock's mom gave us her bedroom, which was very nice of her. It's kind of the Latin style. They all pile up in one room and give the guests the best room in the house.
That's Luis.
That's Carlos there.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's been 15 years, or does it feel like it was just yesterday?
You know, it feels like it's been 15 years.
Good night, Brock.
Good night, Duzer.
Ay, mira.
¿Y cómo te llamas? ¿Qué tal?
¿Cómo estás?
Excelente. El hermano de Brock.
Y también ahora mi hermano, my brother.
Así
My
es, brother.
Ryan. Y les recomiendo, vean a Ryan en DJI TV.
DJI TV, así es.
Ok, bye.
Oh, she does not
Brock's
like
trying to
does
make
not.
kids throw up.
She does not like that one.
All right, we're heading out off to Esperanza.
Entra y es del party que ella se alimenta. No quiere promesas, son problemas en su cabeza. Bella, pero quiere duro como bestia. No deja que se apague, quiere humo del capeta. Intensa, esa loca
This is a
quiere.
little bit chaotic, but it brings back a lot of memories, like the smells of like burning trash, car exhaust, horns, diesel fuel. It's like there is a lot of life on the streets here, even though it's chaotic. There's a lot of life, and that's kind of what I love Latin America. Everybody is doing everything. They're hustling, they're on the streets, they're selling, they're moving. Alright, we did it, we found it. Woo, in the shittiest part of Tegucigalpa, baby.
Adiós, adiós, nos vemos.
I don't think they want to get out of the car. They're too scared of this neighborhood. This is the bus that I would take back and forth from Esperanza to Tegucigalpa. Not super often, but whenever I needed to come to the capital city or to visit my girlfriend at the time, Sarah. It's about a 3.5 hour ride. Michael Bolton, baby. You like this Michael Bolton? There's another thing that hasn't changed in Honduras. They still love cheesy 80s music. I always loved when the dudes got on the bus selling stuff. You can get on a bus starving and you'll be okay, because during the ride, probably 15 to 20 people will get on the bus, sell their stuff, and get off the bus, and new guys come on. It's a pretty cool system. Another thing that has not changed is trash along the highway. There's still a lot of it. I remember taking this bus for the very first time, leaving Tegucigalpa after 3 months of Peace Corps training, getting ready to start my new life essentially for 2 years in La Esperanza. And during the whole 3.5 hour, 4 hour ride, I thought about what life was gonna be like, the people I was gonna meet, the people I was gonna work with, the kids, how much of an impact I was gonna have. This was the longest I'd ever been away from home, and it was scary. And this is the same bus I took 13 years ago that started it all.
Bienvenidos a La Esperanza.
Thank you, we're here. We are off to visit Doña Margarita, my mom. I think she's made some baleadas. Baleadas are my absolute favorite food from Honduras. It's pretty much a bean burrito. Handmade flour tortilla with some beans and sometimes some extra goodness in there. And Margarita knows I love them. We've been walking down this muddy road for about a half an hour, and Margarita came and got us. Viva! She rescued us.
Hola, Rixie.
Hola.
Hola. Hola, Margarita.
On this table 3 years ago, I celebrated my 35th birthday. We had a big cake, and Sally smashed my face into it. Here we are, casa de Doña Margarita. Rixie aquí era niña cuando yo vivía aquí en Cuerpo de Paz.
¿Y eso que se vio, güey?
When I was a Peace Corps volunteer, she would make me dinner almost every night, and they nicknamed me the Gringo Frijolero because I love beans and baleadas and all that stuff. What was your favorite Honduran food?
Baleadas también.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the best food ever.
Viene los caballos.
Gracias.
Sí, gran
Las
barriga.
mejores baleadas del mundo.
Mira la panza.
Mira la panza. It's of course time to break out the old photos and make fun of Ryan. Osaili, Rixie, mira, Rixie y Rixie. Rixie. Sí, siempre me cortó el pelo. That's when I left on my bike. Todos pensaban que yo era loco.
Seguimos pensando.
Sí.
Más joven, right?
Sí.
Muchísimas gracias.
Ay, eso.
Mi hermanita más chiquita.
Adiós, buenas noches.
Oh man, just like that. Great people, huh?
Good for your soul, man.
Totally good for my soul. I love looking at those photos. The girls were girls, little niñas, and I was a young man. Starting off life.